Monday, February 21st, 2022. Who am I? Well, I am James. You are you. We are here for another breathtaking episode of the show that won't go away. Of course, we are talking about At Home with James. We are live on Twitch. From our humble beginnings on Instagram Live in March of 2020 all the way to now, February 2022, on a far more upscale and, dare I say, nerdier website. But I did some research recently on Twitch. I thought, if I'm on this channel, I should do some digging to see what works, what doesn't work. I thought this entire thing, and again, we've been on this platform since summer of 2020. I finally did some digging. I thought this thing was about video games and Minecraft and The Sims, Roller Coaster Tycoon. I'm going to tell you something. The stuff that I found on here shocked me. I saw one lady in an inflatable children's pool in a thong bathing suit. I'm over here thinking about, we can't do this on the show. We're going to get a strike. We can't see Raquel Belmonte's feet on the show. We're going to get a strike. Got some lady in a thong bathing suit. Then you got this religious lady with her tatas hanging out. I don't know who she's appealing to. It ain't the Lord above, I'll tell you that much. I thought maybe we got to get a little crazy with this show. Maybe I got to start showing some skin. Maybe that's the way that we're going to take this viewership from 12 to 15 to 20 people, and that's on a great night, to about 200 people. I got to start showing off some of this chest hair that's underneath this 4-layer piece of clothing. Anyways, what's going to be happening on tonight's show, I'll tell you right now. Much later on, you love it. I love it. The guests love it. We're having ourselves a little panel. Alex Downtown Brown and Dave Kaufman join us for a panel. Now, here's the deal. Dave was supposed to do something a little bit later on. He called me before the show. He's like, James, I don't know what to do on the program tonight. I said, guess what? Let your old pal James put his hand out to you as you're falling to your death, at least creatively. Let me grab you. Let me pull you up. We're going to do ourselves a panel. I'm not the only one lifting Dave up tonight. Downtown Alex Brown is here. That's right. She's not wearing leather pants. Every time she comes here, I got my fingers crossed. Leather pants, leather pants, leather pants. You want to know what we're talking about? Go dig through the archives. I don't have time to tell you about it. Dave and Alex will be taking on a challenge tonight. It is another installment of the random question generator. That's right. On such short notice with Dave, I don't know what to talk about. I can't come up with all these conversation topics. We're going to the random question generator much later on. Joining us in just a matter of moments, this man, undoubtedly a legend in at-home history. He's back with what I believe to be the segment of 2022. People are going to be talking about this. They're going to be talking about that. But this segment is going to rise above all of those other topics. Jason Grimmer is a legendary record digger. Now, if you don't know what a digger is, it's one of these like weirdos who goes to secondhand stores, record shops, flea markets, and just digs through all the milk crates of dusty old albums. Last time he was here, he brought a variety of obscure and unsung heroes from the world of vinyl. Tonight, he's done something that's even greater than what he did before. He's found the obscure of the obscure. And tonight we're going to profile a number of albums. But let's get something out of the way. 2 weeks in a row, no Friday show. I was on stage making the people laugh, turning heads, turning tricks, dare I say. I'm back to where I once belonged, right here along the information super. If this was a meme, there'd be a picture of me and a picture of you, the audience. And underneath it would say, name a more iconic duo. I'll wait. We're back together, reunited, and it feels so good. If we're talking about song lyrics, it's time to start talking about songs. Please welcome back to the show, the one, the only, Jason Grimmer. Jason, welcome back to the At Home World, a little bit program. How you feeling tonight?
Pretty good, man. Thanks for having me back.
Well, the pleasure's all mine.
About music.
Well, it's only apropos that you're coming to us from your living room with a backdrop that is not a Zoom uploaded background. This is your personal record collection. Can I ask, did you pull anything out of your own record collection to inform the viewers of what the obscure of the obscure is?
No. The purpose of this segment is to sort of highlight obscurities that don't necessarily mean they're good. There's a reason they're obscure. These ones in
Yeah.
particular that I'm doing tonight are like cheap ones you might find in a bargain bin. I'm not going to
Yes.
sully my collection with any of them, but I will talk
Okay.
about them.
So this is the obscure of the obscure, but you've dug into the bargain bin. Now, when we're talking about the bargain bin, how much are some of these items running us tonight?
Well, anywhere from 25 cents to take this, you bought something else.
Okay,
Just
so
like-
they're either looking to get stuff off their hands for what would
Yeah.
cost like a gumball or nothing at all.
It's the type of thing you trip over like a busted cardboard box in a Renaissance and find.
But here's the thing, there might be some gold.
There might be a couple songs on there great. I haven't heard a lot of them. Some of these I have heard, I'll talk about, but
Yep.
nothing great so far.
Yeah. So what we're going to see, you brought a collection of bargain bin classics, and I use that term loosely depending on what we're going to see. Not only are we going to hear about the artist, but we're going to go through some of the track listing to see about what might be unusual or what might stand out. Is that correct, Jason?
Perfect description.
All right, I love it. Let's go to the first album. I can't wait to see what we've got here.
This is a you might even know about these guys. These were triplets. And they were triplets called Mark, Brent, and Jamie Can. And they basically were their mother, who was a single mom, raised them. And they put out this album, Let's Have Some Fun. And it was
this is called the Pop Cans. This looks like is this got to be the early to mid 90s?
I think so, yeah. And anyway, like I said, they're triplets. And if you Google them, you can find the Pop Cans. They're famous triplets.
All right, now, yeah, this looks fun. This looks like it's an album for the kids. Of course, it's going to be fun with a title like Let's Have Fun.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, in the first track, or one of the tracks on here is called Banana Boat, which, sort of fits with that kind of time. There's the title track, Let's Have Fun.
Yep.
There's 1, 2, 3 Cream Pies, Please, is another one that's they sing because kids like that. From what I can tell, the track listing starts delving into the personalities of themselves and their lives with New Dad Now.
New Dad Now, okay.
That's a new track called New Dad Now. And it was reported these kids loved their mom. She raised them on her own. So they have another song called Love Divided by 4 = 0.
Yeah, this next one really stands out as an outlier.
Yeah. Well, it's when things start to become a bit autobiographical instead of being just like, party tunes. As exemplified by the next track, which is The Shotgun Beside the Liquor Cabinet.
Yeah, this seems like a weird album to be on an album featuring 3 kid singers.
Yeah, I don't even know. I think it might still be Poppy.
Yeah.
The next one's called All We Know Is He's Gotta Go.
Oh, all right.
Yep. And then we've got The Pact, and then 3 Prison Cells.
Yeah, this sounds like it might be a concept album.
Yeah, I think it does. It seems to tell a story from start to finish.
All right, so this is the Pop Cans. Let's Have Fun. Cans spelled CANNS. 3 triplets. You said their names were Mark, Brent, and Jamie.
Yes.
All right. So how much did this album run you, and how much would you
I didn't buy it.
Okay.
But there was like 25 next to some old boots at the Maison Chenon.
All right. So right on Saint Laurent and Marianne, you can go to the Chenon and pick this up. Now, is this album featured on Discogs? Is there any information on what this album is worth, the Pop Cans?
Yeah, it's worth 0 on Discogs, and 0 people want it.
All right, so let's move on to our next album. That's the Pop Cans.
So this one's not a music album, the next one. This is more of a comedy fun record called 101 Prank Phone Calls.
Right.
So you're familiar with this kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, I remember the Jerky Boys, things like that. Who didn't love prank calls? This again looks like something from the 90s.
I'm guessing so. This was actually a CD. I don't think you can tell over here, but it was a CD. I don't think it was pressed on vinyl.
Yep.
But you can see some of these. I don't know if you've heard these or if they make the rounds on YouTube or Reddit these days, but there's these. I mean, these are classics, I guess. I'm a Veteran.
Yep.
Is My Wife There? I'm Not Paying for It.
Yep.
Are You Hiring? Well, why not? I guess you don't care about freedom then. Oh, well. This is a weird one. I'm Not Getting Vaxxed, but that was
this sounds like it's really looked into the crystal ball of the future. You said this is on CD?
Yeah, it was on CD, but I think it must have been vaccinated.
Compact disc for the youngsters.
Yeah, and it must have been a vaccination with something else, I think.
Yeah.
Tell Me What I Need to Know or Else. And these are
it sounds very like a threatening prank call.
Yeah, next one is You're Going to Be Sorry.
Yeah, again, this also sounds threatening. And then finally, this last prank call.
I'm going to kill you. So these don't.
Do you have any information on the album cover? Now this is interesting.
No idea at all, but I think I remember.
This looks like the album cover. The model on this looks like a pervert.
This was a stock. I recognize this from some 1980s ads for Bell Canada.
Yeah, Bell Canada, but considering this person using what looks to be an iPhone.
I don't see that at all.
All right. So you're saying this is a prank call album.
Yeah.
Now, do we know the artist behind the prank calls or no?
No information on the artist at all. Just like completely black on the back of it. I think probably handed out in the street.
Wait, you're saying there's no back cover?
No. Just handed out as a CDR.
Okay. Now, do you have any information on what this is listed at in Discogs, what it's worth?
Well, I actually had to upload the information on it. It had what didn't appear there before. So I went through the whole thing and just uploaded it. So it's there now. And still at 0 owners and still at 0 people wanting it. So
you're saying you also did not buy this and listen to the calls?
No, I didn't. I don't have a CD player.
All right. So this is a prank call album called 101 Prank Phone Calls, which includes but is not limited to the tracks I'm Not Paying For It. I guess you don't care about freedom then. Oh, well, I'm Not Getting Vaxxed. And of course, I'm Going to Kill You.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to our next album.
Okay.
Again, these very, very different than the first time you popped by, Jason. So this is this is an album called, I'm assuming the album is called Coke Deal by the band Rat's Ass.
Other way around.
Other way around. So this is the band named Coke Deal and the album is called Rat's Ass.
Yeah, this was like a badass kind of young, you can see they're very young. Like
they're very, very young.
Like teen, maybe preteen.
I'm going to tell you what this album cover and the photo featuring the band looks like the dream of the model of the previous album cover.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, I get that.
Yeah.
They were a band. From what I can tell, from what I could find on the internet, they were just they're a band of badasses who recorded this album when they were in school.
Now, Jason, if you will, would you mind if I go through the track listings of this album?
Be my guest. Yeah, go ahead.
This is Coke Deal, their album Rat's Ass. There are a lot of youngsters. The album features the tracks Johnny Slug, Totally Rules, Prom Blows, I Wrote Pedo on My Guidance Counselor's Dirty Car, We're Totally Making Out, Darcy Forever and Ever, Covering Daryl's Shift, and He's Out With My Girl. And then another song, Darcy, then followed by My Mom's a Hoarder. Jason, do you have any information on the track I Wrote Pedo on My Guidance Counselor's Dirty Car?
No, but there's a fan-made YouTube video for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How does the song go? Do you know?
Yeah, it's like a lot of it is kind of like it does that sort of talking at the start of it where it's like, yeah, man, what are you going to do after school? Yeah. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go piss on someone's car. And someone's like, let's go look at Mr. Garrison's car, the guidance counselor. It's so dirty. And then then the thing starts going, the car goes, vroom, vroom, and then it's like, P-E-D-O, pedo. And then they sort of sing that over again.
That must be the catchy part.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Bay City Rollers type thing.
Okay, yeah.
Just sort of P-E-D-O over and over again.
So now we know if people are looking for, if they like the Bay City Rollers, if you're looking for bands in that same vein, you can check out Coke Deal.
Yep, Rat's Ass.
All right, now, again, we're going to check in with you. Is this on Discogs?
This one is on Discogs, and I think one person has it, and nobody wants it. This is kind of like a more fun sort of tropical sort of fun album.
Yeah. Tropical and fun. The reviews are in on Coke Deal.
Well, it's
Rat's Ass.
Yeah, no, Coke Deal. This is the next one we're talking about.
Oh, my mistake.
Right.
Okay, we're moving on to our next album. I got caught up. I really like the look of Coke Deal here. And again, our legendary viewer High Score Run is saying catchy, blast it in your car stereo.
Yeah, for sure that would suit up that.
Now we've moved on to our next album. This is called Candyman.
Yeah, Candyman. Have you heard of him?
No, but the album is called Dr. Funshine.
Candyman was kind of like I think he toured with Smash Mouth.
Yep.
Did a lot of the sort of Disney circuit. Really spent a lot of time at a lot of beach resorts.
Yep.
Kind of that sort of fun mix of like pop and reggae and kind of stuff that
Wait,
everyone's.
you're saying this is a reggae album?
It's pop reggae.
Yeah, this is pop reggae by the Candyman. Some
Yeah.
of the track listings include Mr. Tropical Man,
You know that one.
Poolside Romance, Wings and Shooters, Spotlight, Volleyball All Night, Dr. Funshine Candyman. So he's got a track that's named after him in the album.
Oh yeah, he sings it and raps on it.
Mermilf's Vacation, Geez Louise, It's a Good Time Tonight, and Chandra's Hammock. Tell us about some of your favorite tracks on this one, Jason. This is
I don't like any of them, but I went to I had the misfortune of hearing the CD for the first time at a frat party that I was invited to. So it played over and over again all night as people did like all that stuff. Frat parties, what happens at frat parties, you know?
Yeah, beer bongs, things like that. Any tracks specifically stick out to you from Candyman?
One track that people played over and over, it was Spotlight, Volleyball at Night, Spotlight. Oh, Spotlight.
Yeah, okay. So this one sounds like it's more towards the pop part of the album and not the reggae part.
Well, he starts rapping.
Oh, okay. Now, did you purchase this one?
No, but I found it in a glove compartment of a car I was in once.
Okay. Once? Now, did you hold on to it?
No, it fell out when I opened the thing out and then I put it back in.
Yeah, this looks like one of those CDs where you'd open up the what do you call it? Not a box, but
the tray, the CD tray.
The CD tray, and the CD kind of booklet would just be one page and nothing, as you always, just white.
Yeah, but it just had his address on the back, and then it was just kind of warped, like, because it was wet. It had been wet, and then all the spindles in the middle of the tray were broken.
All right, we're gonna move on to our next album. Now, I'm gonna take a leap of faith here and say this is a Canadian band. Is that?
Hoser.
Yeah, so this is Hoser. This looks like it's a self-titled album.
Yep, Hoser. It was their first album.
Now, I want to point out this one guy sandwiched in the left. He's a little bit balding, a mesh shirt and sunglasses, but then right beside him is a very old man.
They address it in the album.
Oh, do they?
There's you'll see if you read the tracks, and eventually it sort of discusses it.
All right, so let's go through some of Hoser's. This is a rock band,
this though.
right?
First of all, Timmy T, the guy on the far right with the sort of yellow and black.
Yep,
that's his step father.
Okay, well,
he joined the band as their drummer.
So some of their songs on this album include "Twixt the Sheets," R.O.T., Rot, Respect Our Truckers. Again, feels like they were looking into a crystal ball. Then we've got, if it's a choice between this job and a tattoo, I'll take this tattoo of the Tasmanian devil with a hockey stick. Sounds awesome. Then we've got Look Away, I'm Having a Road Lay. We've got Musk. Then we've got Once a King, Always a King. Once a Night may not be enough. And followed by the closing track, Our Drummer is an Old Man.
Yeah.
Now, I have to say, Look Away, I'm Having a Road Lay sounds like a pretty sexy tune.
It was on Big Shiny Tune 6.
I don't, look, I'm not a fan of the Big Shiny Tunes compilations, but I wasn't aware that they were featured on the Shiny Tunes.
Yeah, they were on there.
All right. Now, did you ever go see Hosers in concert?
No, I knew of Hoser, and they played around a lot. They used to play around. There was a couple bands in the circuit, them and Party Naked, and they would play shows together. And every once in a while, I would maybe go out and just sort of hang out to mingle and meet new people.
Yeah. Now, I want to talk about Rot, Respect Our Truckers. I feel like I had read on Twitter this song was being used kind of as an anthem at some of the recent freedom
it's been picked up. It's been picked up. If you watch any of the footage of what was going on in Ottawa, if you're able to have some sort of way of listening to some of the stuff in the background, you can clearly hear that song playing several times during those protests.
Yeah.
In the background. Now,
do you have any information on what Hoser thinks about their song kind of being co-opted? Are they for, are they against? Do you have any idea?
Well, they're using it to mount a comeback. I think they showed up, or two of them showed up. Their stepfather, the drummer, sadly passed away.
I was going to ask, is he still with us?
He's not, and they've replaced him with someone else. And but they showed up. Three of them showed up and sort of played an impromptu kind of acoustic set.
Okay, so that's
at the campfire,
nice.
At the garbage campfire.
All right. Well, Jason, we're going to move on to our final album as part of the Bargain Bin edition of obscure and unknown albums. Now, this one I'm really looking forward to because this features a returning artist.
Yeah, Lornette.
Right. So let's,
So this was a really interesting one. It was if you remember, there was a show called Troubadour at Montreal Improv.
Right. And now, we're talking about the original Montreal Improv. Judging by this album cover, this album is Lornette live at Montreal Improv. This was back at the former space featured on Saint Laurent Boulevard.
Yeah, and it was a part of the Troubadour show that Dale Bernier does, and she was brought on.
Yeah, Dale Bernier, who was recently banned from this show.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a totally different thing. But he's as a talent finder, he is unparalleled.
So this is a live album from Lornette live at Troubadour. All right.
She played a set at Troubadour. It was recorded, and then people did improv based on her songs.
Okay, now I have to ask you for permission to go through the track.
Go ahead. Yeah, you go ahead.
So the first track. The first track on the album is Intro by Dale Bernier.
Yeah.
Then we've got, now Lornette is playing some of her favorites here. This is the intro by Dale Bernier. This kind of reminds me on that Phil Spector Christmas album when he just has that interlude where he's talking on it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let's go through some of these are some Lornette classics.
Yeah.
We've got I'm Longing for Something Longer. They call her Denise, but I call her and then it says F, and then it's censored T. Then we've got C, then two censors and a T. So I'll let you imagine. I call her an FC. I'm not coming home, but you'll be going.
No, that's not what it says.
Oh,
if I'm not coming, you'll be going.
Right. If I'm not coming, you'll be going. Then we've got Looks Like I'll Be Sleeping on the Wet Spot Tonight, followed by Halfway to a Three-Way. Then we've got The Hot Dog Down the Hallway.
She's very body. That's her whole thing, is it's body humor.
Yeah, followed by Cigarette in the Sandcastle. Then we've got Donaire, which is an acronym that stands for Dames Only Need an Interesting Rogue. And this is a live album. Everything she sang at Dale Bernier's Troubadour at the Montreal Improv.
And then an improv team did improv based on those songs afterwards.
Now, coming in from our production chat, Devin wants to know, is there audio of the improv sets on the album?
Yeah, you can hear it starts at the very first. You hear sort of like I guess you would call it like a lack of applause. And then yeah, that's it.
Now, can you tell us? Look, there's a lot of great tracks on here. I'm interested in Halfway to a Three-Way, The Hot Dog Down the Hallway, but I'm really interested in Intro by Dale Bernier. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It's classic Dale Bernier, bringing a show to the stage and greeting the audience. He tells a little bit of her backstory, tells about how he'd seen Lornette when he was 12, when she was in Blind River and playing the casino there. And he just talks about how it was a huge formative thing for her and for him. And you could see he was visibly, he felt like he was meeting a hero. Yeah, sure.
Well, okay, so I want to check. This is the second Lornette album you found.
Yeah, they're all. You start looking and you see them everywhere.
Yeah, what's interesting to me is that the Lornette uses the same image on this one as she did in the previous album that you featured.
Yeah, she was notorious for not liking her photo being taken, so she'd be like, "Use the next one."
Yeah. Now, coming in from the chat, we've got Kat Dubé saying, "Love Lornette." So there are some Lornette heads out there.
Just like I said, if you start looking, they start appearing, and it's like all of a sudden you'll be in a bank lineup, and did someone just say Lornette? Or they'll be humming a song of hers.
Now, I'm interested. Is there any info on Lornette's current whereabouts? Is Lornette still with us?
Lornette is still going strong.
Well,
excuse me, using a photo from 10 years ago,
yeah.
but still,
Wait, that photo is 10 years ago only?
Yeah, this was a photo from the Edmonton Mall.
Well, I'll tell you this much. I'd like to think that some of us have a nice bit of an inside track at the new home of Montreal Improv. Could you imagine if we could do what we can to get Lornette on stage there?
Listen, if you and I, and maybe we could get Dale involved because he's the one with the contacts. If we want to try and put it together, I think she'd do it. I think she'd definitely do it.
All right, so let me go to the chat right now. This is coming from Thomas Barnwell. Seems to have some information here. He says, quote, there's a whole subgenre of Lorne porn about boys catching her live for the first time. Is this true?
This is the first I've heard of it, but if anyone's going to know about that, it's him.
All right, well, Jason, finally, as we've been asking all night, any info on this Lornette album? Again, it's Lornette live at the Montreal Improv on Discogs. Any info on what this album's worth?
I can't talk about it right now too much, but I'm starting to engage trying to find these albums because I'm going to compile them into a sort of a compilation. And I don't want to get into the intricacies of it, but let's just say I have a vested interest in sort of to collect them all and to have them in circulation.
Okay, so you're looking to dig through and find each and every Lornette album.
I'm looking to do what Jack White did with Loretta Lynn, what Rick Rubin did with Johnny Cash. I'm looking to do that for Lornette. And bring her back in and get some contemporary songwriters to do duets and write songs for her too.
I'll say this, Jason, if you're able to track her down and do something with her, the first stop on the publicity junket tour, I want it to be right here on the At Home program.
Always breaking news here, man. Always.
Jason, thanks so much for being here. Thank you for digging through the bargain bin and enlightening us on some potential diamonds in the rough.
All right, man. Well, no problem.
All right. Take it easy, Jason.
Okay. See ya.
That is Jason Grimmer. That was another edition of the obscure and unknown albums that he has sifted through. He has found things that are either worth a little bit or nothing at all. I want to bring something up here. My framing on tonight's episode is absolutely unbelievable. It's like Dave, who's working the board tonight, has gone super zoom on me. I don't know what's going on. I feel like this guy's got an axe to grind because I was making fun of him a little bit off the top of the show. So he thought, I'm going to do a super zoom on James. Usually when Dave's in the booth in the control center, my visual's nice and crispy and clean. This looks like he's turned me into a float at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. In any event, we're going to welcome not only Dave, but our next guest of the show. It's time for the random question generator. Please welcome downtown Alex Brown and Dave Kaufman to the show. Guys, welcome back. Alex, how's it going? I feel like you have new frames.
I do. Thank you for noticing.
Well, we were on a walk last week, and I didn't want to make you blush by complimenting you. So I thought let's just address it live on the air.
Yeah, and you can make me blush live on the air.
Well, there we go. Now, Dave, welcome back. Now, prior to you coming on the air, you said, quote, looks fine to me about my framing. I would say that you've cut off a lot of my, now it looks a little bit better. Looks like my framing has been adjusted. Before it was very tight. And now I feel
I'll go back to the other shot.
Yeah, let's go back to the other shot and check it out here.
I think it's framed very well, to be honest.
Now I feel a little bit better framed. Earlier on, see this, it looks very high and tight, but you know what? Maybe it's just me. Maybe I was quick to judge, Dave.
It is, it's the same frame from before. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I think that like if you look at like movies and how things are framed in them, it often feels like the character's face is a bit too high, but that's just how it's done in the biz, you know.
All right, that's just how it's done in the biz. Well, there you go. Let's get into it, Alex. We talked about your glasses. How you feeling today?
I'm good. I'm a little sleepy.
Sleepy. Okay, look, this show is enough to put anyone to sleep, but at the same time, bring anyone back to high levels of excitement and enthusiasm. Dave, how you doing tonight? You're coming to us from outer space.
I'm doing pretty well.
Well, look, if I know anything about this show, it's when no one's got an idea, it means it's time for a panel episode. So I think this is the first time that the three of us have appeared in this configuration. I'm excited about it. Seems like no one's got anything to talk about tonight, which is as good of a reason as any to introduce the random question generator again to people who may not have experienced it before. Alex, you've been here for the random question generator,
Yes, I
doing a
have.
little dance. You're excited. Dave, this is your first time facing the RQG.
The RQG, yeah. I'm a little bit nervous. I don't even know what the process is going to be like, but I think I'll be able to handle it.
Fine.
Well, this
Yeah,
is the thing. Alex is an old veteran. She gets it.
I get it.
Now, generally speaking, we've had the wheel of questions, the wheel of suggestions, things like that. This is the one instance where I'm in control of the questions that are randomly generated. And tonight, our questions come to us from faculty.washington.edu.
Ooh,
Okay.
I love it. I love a .edu.
Yeah, so this is an officially sponsored question generator. Before we get into it, any questions we might be nervous to answer tonight? Any types of topics? Alex, let's go to you.
Well, if I remember about like the last time, it was a lot of like, I think there was like, what is your like unpopular opinion?
Yeah.
And I think I realized like I don't have any opinions. So
Yeah, I would say looking back on that, I want for you tonight to give yourself more credits, right?
yeah.
Right. Like oftentimes unpopular opinions are the ones that we maybe be a little bit shy.
Yeah, maybe
mention
maybe I
in
gotta
crowd.
just like, dig in and like be a bit more confident.
Look, you know what? Well, I'll throw one out right now. I'm going to throw an unpopular opinion out here, and this is something I had a revelation today. I'm going to say this now. I think Bustan sucks.
Really?
Wow.
I think it
Why?
officially sucks. It's become inconsistent. The sandwich is either dry, the potatoes are burnt. The people there still very nice.
It's
I think
really
the fact that there's no one person in charge of the one Bustan, everyone's left to their own devices. It's not a
Wow.
consistent product. I'm going to say that it sucks. I'm going to
But
say
you
that
know-
it sucks.
And you know what I just discovered? Because I like, I don't know if I would say it sucks because maybe I just have the memories of like the good old days. But I went to Basha at Jean Talon Market and it was great. Like just
Really?
as like a little comparison.
Again, now here's the deal. You can find some good bashas, right? The
Yeah.
one that used to be upstairs from the sports expert on St.
Oh,
Catherine,
yeah.
that was a good basha.
It was weird
And
that one had that, like, it was like a cave. Like
It had a
they
cave, yeah.
That's the thing, right? And there was also a pretty good one on the corner of University and Sherbrooke, a downstairs basha.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get some bad ones. So
I
again,
know
Alex,
that.
I want you to feel free to express any unpopular opinion you might have. Okay,
I'm all warmed up now.
If that question comes up, Dave, any topics you're a little bit afraid.
Well,
to have
I
pop up
wanted to
for-
mention that just because an opinion's unpopular doesn't mean that it's wrong.
Wow.
Because
Yeah.
Galileo had an unpopular opinion that the Earth rotated around the sun. Everyone was mad at him, but it turns out he was right.
You
Yeah,
just want
right?
to reference your space background.
I'm in space,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
But wait, Dave, now you're avoiding the question. Are there any questions you're
Oh.
nervous that might pop up? Again, it's all random. People might think this is shtick. This is 100% random.
Nervous? I mean, I don't want to get. I don't want too many sexual questions.
Oh, that's very rich coming from you, who's been the arbiter and host of the following segments and special editions of the show. We had Dave Kaufman's Ruth Booth, The Game of Good Sex. We had Dave Kaufman's Naughty or Nice. And then most recently, we had Dirty Dave Kaufman's Dirty Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
which featured questions about people being bent over chairs, anal sex, and ejaculate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe he wants like a break, you know?
Exactly. You know?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well,
Give a guy a break, James.
we're gonna get to the first question. Are we ready?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah. These
Here
are
we
from
go.
faculty.org.
This is
Yeah.
faculty.washington.edu.
Okay.
First question is, what have you created that you are most proud of? What have you created that you are most proud of? Now, Alex, I feel like your answer needs to be the improv production Ski School,
Well, I was gonna say
which
like,
I
Dave-
loved. I love that show.
I was in it.
good.
Yeah, I
Dave
think you
was
were.
in
I
it,
think you.
it's
I think you
true.
were wearing
This
that
would have.
fleece.
This would have gone well
It's
in
true.
that. Actually,
Very similar.
I
And
got
you
a hand job in the
a
show.
mime hand job.
Yeah. I remember you were in a hot tub.
Yeah.
But again,
Yeah.
we're here to dig up the past a little bit. I'm not going to impose what you're most proud of, Alex. Alex, what are you most proud to have created?
I mean, that's pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I did like improv wise, I did that. I did Silver Ladies, which I was pretty proud of. The Golden Girls.
Another great
tribute
show. Another great show.
I had a good run of narrative improv shows.
You did. You laughed, but I want you to be proud of that.
Well, thank you. Yes, I am. Yeah.
I wasn't in the Golden Girls one.
You weren't in the Golden Girls one. Next time.
Looking back now, I think Dave could have been a pretty good B. Arthur.
I would have been a great.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Who played B?
He's tall enough.
Hold on now. Dave's celebrity lookalike might be B. Arthur.
Oh my God, we need a visual. We gotta get a split screen.
Okay, I'll find.
Let's get her on the show.
All right. So as Dave continues there, Dave's going to be digging into some visuals here. Alex, let's talk about non-improv.
Yeah, non-improv. Right? Oh gosh.
That you've created.
That I've created. Oh, this is really hard because I feel like I think I'm a creative person. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of live my life creatively. Yeah. Gosh. One time I knit a sweater. I knit a sweater last winter.
Okay, so this was a COVID creation.
This is a COVID creation. I have done some knitting like before. Like my mom taught me to knit when I was a kid.
That's nice.
Yeah, and then I actually like successfully knit a sweater, and then I hated it, and I unraveled it, and now I just have like a bunch of loose yarn. Oh my God!
Well, so why did you hate it? Right?
Well, I just like it didn't fit me right, and I just like I don't know. I felt like there was like too many mistakes and like flaws, and you know I'm a bit.
All right, look, fair enough, Dave. Yeah. I feel like I know what answer you're gonna give.
Well,
what is the creation you're most proud of?
Well, of course, my daughter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I gotta say.
Now, I thought you were gonna veer towards improv and say the creation of the improv group Coffee Break.
Well, that's pretty good. Hot Seat is another creation. But no,
well,
it would have to be.
It's interesting that you take credit for that, but
it was a collab.
Fair enough.
It was a collab. I am ready to show my celebrity lookalike.
Yeah, let's see.
We're
gonna see Dave side by side with star of the Golden Girls as well as Maude. I think it's uncanny. Now, Dave, can you try to do the same?
Oh my God, you do look like Maude era B. Arthur.
Yes. Now this might be.
What the fuck?
Now this might be again. Once Halloween rolls around, Dave's gonna take full credit for this.
Yeah.
My greatest creation is my B. Arthur Halloween costume.
Yeah. Okay. So
wow.
Dave, now we've never really dug into you being a father on this show. You're a very sarcastic guy. You keep your cards close to your vest. Not.
Am I?
Well, I would say that you and my friendship, we've gotten a little bit more in depth as we've gone along. I remember one time telling you like, hey man, like if you're mad about something, you can feel free to share it with me.
Wow.
Like when we first met, Dave would never complain about his wife. Now he does willingly to me.
Mm-hmm.
He lets it out
willingly.
So what's the question?
Well, the question is, you talked about your daughter's your greatest creation. Well, tell us about how she was created.
I mean, I had intercourse.
Yep. And this would be without a condom, right?
This would be without Saw's protection of any kind, really.
So you had to ejaculate.
This is borderline on the questions that I didn't want to answer.
Well, it's the random question generator.
I had one theme of question that I didn't want to answer.
Oh, you're right. Okay, but we want to go.
Questions.
Alex, is it fair that we went in depth with you? We talked about your improv, your sweaters, your knitting, your mom. Yeah. Okay, so Dave, tell us about your creation.
Yeah, tell us about your sex life with your wife and mother of your child.
Well, I mean,
was it hot?
You know, it was what it was. My wife,
wow.
My wife, who's lovely, decided that she was ready to have a kid, and this was 2 years prior. So she twisted the screwdriver.
She did it all for the nookie.
She did it all for the nookie.
Wait. 2 years prior to what? To the baby coming?
To us.
It was a 2-year pregnancy.
It was a 2-year.
Like, hold on.
It was a 2-year process to get me to
ejaculate.
Yeah. To go
I'm a tantric man. What can I say? I'm like Sting.
Now again, I'm not the only one who wants to know this. Coming in from the chat, high score run quote. The audience wants to know, Dave.
Right, sure. The way you said that was very foreboding.
Well, because I think that's the way that our one of our all-time viewers has. But look, we're gonna move on, Dave. You answered the question. The next question is.
James.
What am I most proud of?
Yeah, James.
Creating, not
Yeah, that's true. The question is, what are you most proud of for
your
creating?
gallery wall of Coca-Cola advertising.
I would like to take credit for this. I can't take credit for this. This is that backward mosaic or that background mosaic is a Brent Skagford joint.
Really?
That's a Brent Skagford joint. I would
Wow.
say, look, when it comes to creating, Alex, I might be along the same lines of you. I don't have a kid like Dave. I don't have a job like Dave. I don't have a car like Dave. I don't have a wife like Dave. I don't even have high quality fleeces like Dave. But much like you, Alex, I have to go with a lot of my artistic ventures. So I'd say things that I'm most proud of creating are just the variety of plays that I've put together, whether it's Alex, very familiar, another star of the Fringe award-winning Scum FM, Le Merveilleux and Marvelous World of Bonhomme Caramel, which, Dave, you lent a hand on too. We did a photo shoot at your uncle's farm.
Well,
no,
it
I
wasn't
would
my
say-
uncle's farm. It's my parents'
It's your
farm.
farm.
Thought it was your uncle's farm.
No?
Wow, this changes everything.
Yeah, this changes. Okay, so I'll still give you the credit because you drove us to do the photo shoot, Dave. So I'd say,
And we got a poutine at Ben Labadine.
which again, you're leaving out a detail there.
We also got an ice cream?
You had intercourse?
Yeah, I treated everyone.
Sure.
I
Wow.
bought everyone's meal.
Oh.
I mean, I
I'm very-
drove
that's
and I
what-
paid for gas.
And it was your farm.
But then
I
I gave
supplied the
you a
farm.
free ticket to the show.
Oh, well.
That's
That's
true.
pretty nice.
Let's move
But
on
then
to
you
the-
didn't even use 3/4 of the footage that we took.
Well, that's Andy's fault. So
That's
this is where
true.
this is where we can agree. But we
We can
use the
agree.
photos.
That's
we
true.
use the photos.
We use the photos.
All right.
We use the photos.
Wow.
And this is
Well,
really
you guys
frank.
hashed that out.
And this is Dave. Frankly, before you and I really became friends.
Yeah, but this is good because that's our friendship. We hash things out. So we did.
Yeah, we
we
hashed
had a
things out.
disagreement. We met in the middle right there.
Yeah, I'll say this.
Yeah.
And look, Alex, you're getting left out here. Alex, I'll say this right now. I love you, Alex, as a friend. I think you're great.
Thank you, James. I love you too.
Great.
But also, I was just going to say, we also went to a farm together.
Yeah,
We
this
have
is
them.
true. We went to a cabana. Now, this, interestingly enough, this event has come up multiple times on this show with different people.
Really?
Yeah, we're talking about the Sima Ahmeds of the world, the Taylor McMillans of the
Yeah.
world. This
Yeah.
this event has come up multiple times. It featured the
It's a big
worst
moment.
haunted house
Yeah.
in the history of haunted houses.
That you didn't want to go to.
I didn't want to go into. Everyone paid I think it was $1.
It was
Everyone
$1.
chipped in. $1.
And we walked through, and it was like a guy's garage that he made really dark.
Yeah.
And he, I remember there was
featured
this-
if you walk in and you turn and
Yeah.
that was it.
you turn, and then, but on one of the walls there was like a portrait of a person,
Yeah.
maybe him, and it was just like lit up, and that was the haunted house.
Yeah. So look,
And then-
I think what needs to be done here is this. I think we got to organize another
back.
trip to a cabana suk.
I was just
To
going to
that
suggest. Can I
event.
come?
Yes, of course.
What
you
about
should have
this?
us.
What about this? The Legends of At Home, an internal event.
That's great. I'll drive. I have a car.
I love it.
Yeah,
And how
you
about
drive.
this? I went to Granby with Dave. I went to a cabana suk with Alex. Why don't we do the cabana suk in Granby?
Whoa, meet in the middle.
It's coming up. It's
It's not
coming
going to
up.
be in Graham. It's going to be on the outskirts.
Yeah.
Now, I
'Cause
want to go to
Granby's
the
like,
chat here, courtesy of Alana V. Not only does this person say good evening, but they came in at a
Oh.
very opportune moment. Quote, I walked into ejaculation.
Is that like walking into spider webs?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Now that, Dave, that's a 10 on 10 joke.
Thank you.
Let's move on to our next random question. Alex and Dave, are we ready here?
Yeah.
Absolutely,
I'm
yeah.
This is a great question. What bends your mind every time you think about it? Now, this is one that I think, off the top of our mind, it can be tough to come up with something. I would say I'm going to start something very simple.
Mhm.
Now, what I'm going to say is I don't internalize the age of 40 being old. I really don't. But the fact that I'm personally 5 years away from being 40 sometimes blows my mind, because I think we all still have these vivid memories of being a kid. A lot of our temperaments are similar, right? Doesn't feel that long ago that any of us were 18. So I'd say that is kind of my mother told me today she can't believe she's almost 70. She was cursing about it on the phone.
Yeah.
So that kind of bends my mind a little bit, because when you're a youngster, 40, it's like, well, it's over, right?
It's over.
Yeah.
You're done.
Now, do we have any
40
mind
is the new
benders,
20,
Dave?
though.
40 is the new 20 because we can't afford to be 40. So
Yeah, exactly.
Well, do we have any respective mind benders?
I got one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is you're not gonna like this one, James, but
It's going to be about cryptocurrency.
No.
Yeah,
No.
science.
It's science. Yeah, it's science related. It's that my body and all of our bodies are made out of the same kind of atoms and molecules as the stuff around us, and the only thing that sort of distinguishes them is like some kind of cosmic barrier.
You know what? You said the Dave I wouldn't like it. I had a similar thought. I couldn't put it into science. I was walking down. I had a nice little coffee with Alex Brown and her roommate Vance Gillis a little while ago. I was walking down the street thinking there could be no reality. There could just be nothing.
Yeah.
Because I saw my reflection in the mirror and I thought I am a thing. There's a thing that's happening. We're engaged in an internet show. How does this all just happen, right?
Yeah, so I'm a bunch of swirling particles, and this table's a bunch of particles, and we're the same shit. But I can think and stuff, and the table.
I agree with that. Now, Dave was quick to think I would hate it. I actually loved that.
And then the other thing that is on that point is that since like when you sneeze or just as you like shed skin or whatever, you lose part of the particles that are your body. So like every once in a while, like every like 8 years or something, you're basically entirely new molecules, but you're the same person.
Wow. I got to say, that's awesome.
That's mind bending.
Yeah.
Now, Alex, what's something that mind bends you?
Well, mine's like maybe sort of similar.
Yeah.
And this is like maybe just like the like, existence and like existential.
Yep.
But I remember ever since I was like a little tiny kid, for some reason I would like literally look at my hand, like my left hand, not my right hand.
Yep.
And I would just be like, wow, like, I'm me, like.
Alex, this is no joke. I have done that exact same thing when I was a teenager in bed at night when I was very introspective. Like, how is this this all links together? This is a conspiracy show now.
Yeah, we're all in on this. No, and I would look at like other like people in my like class or whatever, and I'd be like, I'm never gonna know what it's like to be them.
Wow.
Like, like that's mind bending. Like,
it is mind bending. I can't believe this segment has been 25 minutes long. We've gone through 2 questions. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it right now. We're going overtime a little bit tonight.
Overtime with Bill Maher.
Okay, Bill.
Now, are we ready? Are we ready to go to our ready to go to our next topic?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. This is a very hot button. What issue will you always speak your mind about?
Oh.
Now, I'm going to start the. Oh my God!
Yeah, freedom.
Well, that was a topic in some of Jason's obscure albums. Yeah. Now, look, this doesn't say important issues, so I'm going to put something out here, and I've said this many times before. I think that the best cup of coffee is at Chalet Barbecue. Is that an issue? Well, it is to me.
Your own opinion
is an issue to you?
Is that debating?
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right, David. Maybe it isn't an issue. It's more of an opinion. You're right. You're right.
It's opinion.
All right, fair enough.
Okay, but wait, let's unpack this. Like, what made you feel like it was an issue when you? Well,
because I think a lot of people are like, "Oh, the best coffee is at these third wave or artisan places," and I'm like, is it, or is it at a diner that sells chicken and NDG? But I think, Dave, you bring up an interesting counterpoint. It's not necessarily an issue. There's no coffee issues. You're right.
I used to love the coffee at Cosmos, that cafe.
Oh, I miss Cosmos.
Another NDG staple.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we go?
It's not there. It's a daycare.
Is it?
No. Cosmos continues to exist.
No, wait, Cosmos. No, sorry. I'm thinking of the one like across. It was near Chalet Barbecue on the same block.
Astro Deli?
Yes, Astro Deli.
Yeah, we're talking Cosmos.
I know Cosmos, yeah.
But they're similar names. Astro.
Yeah, and the Cosmos. And we're all part of the Cosmos.
We're all part of the Cosmos.
And we're all individuals.
The same stuff.
Well, okay, but we'll backtrack here, Dave. You point out my what I brought up was not an issue. What's an issue you'll always speak your mind about?
It's a good question. Like, it doesn't have to be confrontational, does it?
Of course not. No.
I mean, definitely what restaurants I like, but it's because like I don't want to get into like there's certain things that like I have opinions on, but I don't get into with people because you don't want to have to bring up a whole thing every time you talk to somebody. You just let like somebody has an opinion that, but like if it's about what restaurants are good, that's like something that people can happily argue over without breaking friendships or family connections.
Right.
So I'll get into what restaurants I do or don't like and why.
Now that's interesting. We might circle back. Alex, what about you? Issues that you will always speak your mind about?
I feel like mine is like, I mean, I don't know. Like I don't know. I went to film school. I feel like I have to have like, be like, but like I just feel like a lot of movies are shitty, and then there's like movies that I really love that I know are shitty. Like Titanic is like basically my favorite movie, and like I'll fight anybody who's like, there's like I just feel like there's always these like film bros who are like, oh, Titanic, and I'm like,
yeah,
go fuck yourself. Like it's an amazing movie,
I didn't like that the lady threw the diamond back into the water.
That was kind of like, bitch, what are you doing?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
These people are trying to
you said it, not me.
Now coming in from the chat, we've got from Thomas Barnwell. I don't know if this is related to this question, but he writes Joni Mitchell.
What about her, Barnwell?
Like that's his issue. He has an issue with Joni Mitchell.
I like Joni Mitchell.
Me too.
You know what? I don't like her. I don't like her.
You don't like Joni Mitchell?
I'm never impressed by any songs that she sings.
Maybe you haven't listened to the right ones.
It's possible.
Yeah, maybe.
That's definitely. I'm not a connoisseur, so I don't know. But
well, now I would say listen to the album Blue.
Yeah, I've heard Blue. I know. Whatever.
How about River?
River. That's the saddest Christmas song of all time.
How's that go?
I wish I had a river I could speed away on.
I made my baby cry.
I mean, I'm not going to judge it based on your rendition.
You shouldn't.
But it sounds like it sucks.
No, it's really
coming
good.
into the chat, we got Naive Adventures. I don't really like her much. Thomas writes Me Too, but I don't know who he's agreeing with.
Or he's talking about the Me Too movement.
Yeah, he's talking about the movement.
Yeah, well, the movement has changed over the years. The movement has changed. The Me Too movement now is related to Joni Mitchell music.
Yeah.
And we're getting right now, Thomas Barrow writes, I like her. So it's 3 for like, 2 for not. Let's move on.
Right.
I like that the issues we wanted to talk about, none of us wanted to talk about any issues. We played it safe.
None of us are very confrontational, vocally opinionated people. We all talk shit in private, though.
Yeah, exactly. Look.
Yeah, we're all the loudest behind closed doors. Now, this is a bit of levity right here. The next topic that we're going to be discussing is, what is your theme song? That's a great
I just want to pause. A great comment from Barnwell, who is Me Tooing Lornette.
Okay, so apparently Lornette at some point has sexually harassed Thomas Barnwell.
Really? Yeah. At Troubadour?
It must have been.
It must have been at Troubadour, which is not fair. That's an uneven power dynamic because he probably wasn't performing.
That's true. At the time, Thomas was still learning the ropes, and Lornette was thirsty, looking for love.
In all the wrong places.
Now, again, the next question is, what is your theme song?
Okay, that one I feel like I can answer.
Let's hear it. It's got to be a Sloan song, right?
No, it's not. You would think it was, but it's Everyone's a Winner by Hot Chocolate.
That is a great song.
So good. Yeah. Just like walking around to that song, holy shit.
That's a great choice. Dave, how about you? If you had a theme song.
Theme song. Well, it's got to be Joni Mitchell.
Would be like, the Dave Matthews Band Ants Marching.
What?
It'd be like you'd be walking down the street and you'd see Dave strutting, and then you know that in his ears, all you'd be hearing is "Rain goes up in the morning." This song sucks.
I don't like
my high school yearbook quote was a Dave Matthews Band quote.
Stop.
That's true.
Like, I don't know that I know a Dave Matthews song.
Yeah, Ants Marching. It's "Rain goes up in the morning."
I've seen him in concert. He was good.
Did he have?
Hold on. Now you're taking credit away from the Dave Matthews Band as well.
I mean, they were good. They were great.
Okay, now can let Alex know about what Dave Matthews Band song you quoted in the yearbook.
I honestly don't remember. It was probably Ants
You're a liar.
Marching. I really don't.
Let's get your yearbook out.
I can
Come on.
maybe find it, but I probably can't
Well,
find it
let's
right
pause that. Now, Dave, what is your actual theme song?
now.
Is it Eminem Lose Yourself?
Yeah.
Stop.
It's We Will Rock You.
Yeah. Maybe No Scrubs by TLC.
Yes.
Yeah,
Don't go
exactly.
chasing waterfalls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now this I like this question a lot because when it comes to theme songs, for me it's a specific one because as a person who engages in pro wrestling, I have had literal theme songs that will bring me out to a crowd of people. One that I've been using for almost 20 years, Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer.
Wow, that's
to the point
great
to the
one.
point that I can't enjoy it casually anymore because it's so I know it in such a specific way.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
No, I appreciate the sympathy. Now, Dave,
Yeah.
you're telling me you have no picks. Alex has got hot chocolate. Everyone's a winner.
I can't think of a good one. I mean, I'm
Name
a
some of
little
your
embarrassed.
favorites. Just name some of your favorite songs and let's see if you like. Oh, that could be one.
I mean, I like a lot of like Pixies stuff.
Yeah.
Here comes your man.
No, I don't like that. I don't like that one.
That's your theme song.
I don't like that
How
one.
about
Where is my mind? Dave's walking down the street feeling.
No, I don't like
the
that one
worst
either.
Pixie songs?
What? Yeah, you
Those
picked
were
the worst
those were
Pixie songs.
Pixie songs.
Well, okay, so who else do you like?
Oh my god, I'm so bad at like
Mayer.
having recall of bands, and
I am too. That's something that I've always felt like
I feel very put on the spot right now.
Yes.
Well, this is now. I don't want to turn this into an improv show here because we all know that we like to keep these worlds very separate. A classic improv suggestion is, "Can I get a song lyric or what's a band that you like?" And someone will say, "This happened the other night." Someone goes, "NSYNC." Oh, what's one of your favorite songs? I don't know.
Yeah.
How
Bye.
How do people not know bands that they like?
Well, here's the thing. I used to listen to a lot more music, and I've kind of stopped, and I've swapped listening to music to smoking pot, so I don't remember anything.
Yeah, hell
anymore.
yeah.
Now, Dave, I'm going to impose a theme song. Are you ready for this?
Maybe Jimi Hendrix Fire.
It's interesting that you said that
Wow.
because I was sarcastically going to ask if it was Voodoo Child
Yeah.
or his rendition
Good
of the
song.
American national anthem
it's the
from
American-
Woodstock.
Yeah, it's that.
I'm going to impose your theme song on you.
Okay, impose it.
Your theme song is Bowling for Soup, the girl all the bad guys want.
How's that go?
What
She's
about
the girl all the bad guys want.
What
So
about
I'm,
Stevie's mom?
What does that imply about me?
Well,
You're the girl all the
basically,
bad guys want?
you're a wiener, and the girl that you want is also wanted by all the bad guys. Is it like
That checks out.
All the wind blows and the angel sings.
That might have been my theme song in my youth. Maybe not
Okay.
now,
What's the band
but
called? Bowling
For Soup. No, I know what your and my theme song would be if we were together.
what's that?
I Don't Want to Be by Gavin DeGraw.
Oh yeah, that's good. I was gonna
Also-
say Too Sexy by Right
Yeah,
Said Fred.
the theme song to One Tree Hill, but the unofficial theme song to this show.
Well, what's ours?
Yours and mine, Alex? That's a great question.
What's the theme song to this segment?
What is the theme song to this segment?
Um,
And also, what's the theme song for me and Alex?
I think ours is like what is it? Like The Fly by Lenny Kravitz.
Fly Away?
Yeah. That's
I like
ours.
your version, The Fly.
The Fly.
I couldn't think of the name. I want
Hey, remember
to
that guy's
get
cock fell out of his
away.
pants?
Yeah, that's also a legendary moment that's
Yeah.
been brought up on this show multiple times.
What
That's
is?
wild.
Lenny Kravitz's penis falling out of his leather pants that tore live in
During a
concert.
fucking solo, his pants
Dude,
ripped
what are
off
you
of his-
cursing for here, Dave?
Sorry.
I don't know. I didn't know about that.
I got carried away.
Yeah, so Alex, ours is doing reach the stars, the Milky Way.
Or even
Yeah,
Mars.
yeah. Okay, so our theme song is "Fly Away," and now we need to
That
designate what
song
the theme.
stinks.
No, it doesn't stink. It does. I would say that it doesn't. I would say the best Lenny Kravitz song might be "Are You Gonna Go My Way."
Oh, that's
Yeah,
the best
that's a good
song
one.
ever.
Ever.
Yeah, there we go. It's officially decided. The greatest song ever.
You know, when I was
hold on now, Dave. The greatest song ever, according to the At Home universe, Lenny Kravitz. Are you gonna go my way?
well, I have a contested. I contest
day.
that because when I was a kid, and this ties back to Alex's favorite movie, but I told my sister, I must have been like 5 years old, and I was like, the best song ever is Celine Dion's "My Heart Will Go On."
Now, is this when you were? Is this when you, as a
It
child,
was when the Titanic came out, so I was clearly older than that.
Was this when you were moonlighting? Because it was you as a young boy. This is gonna be Dave revealed. You had a female alias.
I did have a female alias, yeah.
Yeah, and would you like to? Her name is
Christina.
So Dave, as a little boy, had a female alias, Christina, which I think looking back now should have been Young B. Arthur.
That's beautiful.
Now, was this Dave's opinion or Young Christina?
This was Dave's opinion.
I mean, look, I agree.
But
those
on
are the
my
two greatest songs.
on my
My
road
Heart Will Go On
trips,
and Are You Gonna Go My Way?
Yeah, to the two greatest songs of all time.
You know what I'm gonna give this? I'm gonna say the theme song to this segment is Eagle Eye Cherry Saves Tonight because I'm having such a good time.
Yeah.
Is that the Saves Tonight?
Yeah. Tomorrow this is gonna be gone.
Oh, you know what?
A little known fact: the brother of Nina Cherry, who was famously known for the Buffalo Stance song.
Oh, I've got my theme song.
Oh, tell me.
It's Fastballs the Way.
Oh my god.
Also the greatest song of all time.
And they started packing.
Yeah, that song sucks.
I was obsessed with that song when I was like 8 years old.
Yeah, everyone was obsessed with that. I remember being on a field trip, and it was all like the hits of 1998. There was that one, Marcy Playground, Sex and Candy, and then I remember Aerosmith, the song from Armageddon. What's that song again?
Oh, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing.
Yeah, that song came on, and our teacher stood up, and she goes,
put his hand on his heart.
she said, yeah, we stood up like the national anthem. She says, quote, I'll never forget it. Now I know everyone loves this song. And if everyone just calms down, we're going to turn it up. And I thought to myself, wait a minute. I don't love this song. And we all had to be quiet and listen to I don't wanna miss a thing by Aerosmith in a school bus as we were returning from Quebec City.
Man, that's the best thing I've ever heard.
I'm sitting, all these little kids. I could stay away.
Yeah, it's so quiet.
Just to hear you breathe in. And that song, people think is a love song. It's about his daughter.
Yeah,
it's true. It is.
But he has a video where he really sexualizes his daughter.
Well, yeah, it gives you something to strive for in your future, Dave.
Yeah, I want to be a washed-out rock star, and I put my daughter in panties in a music video.
Oh,
let's move on to our final question of the night. This is a great question. What fictional place would you most like to go to? Great question. What fictional place? Now let's just kind of brainstorm some fictional places here.
Hold on.
Oh, there's Atlantis.
There's Atlantis, yeah. Now there's Springfield. We were talking about The Simpsons earlier. There's what's the town in Back to the Future? Something Valley.
I don't remember.
Jason Grimmer in our production chat writes McDonald's Land, featuring all the McDonald's characters: Grimace, the Hamburglar, Mayor McCheese, Ronald McDonald. That's a great. Now that is a
little
great
puffballs called in McDonald's lore.
Oh yeah, what are
little
those?
puffballs?
They're little.
I'm not quite sure.
They're like almost like little fur balls.
Yeah, I think they're chicken nuggets.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
I feel like you get killed and ground up into beef in.
So Jason's got McDonald's Land. I think that's an absolutely great answer.
Yeah, the crime statistics in McDonald's Land.
Thomas Barnwell with the what I thought was the greatest answer of the night. He wrote Oz. I was hoping that he meant the fictional prison from the HBO show Oz. Now, could you imagine a reality this is an alternate reality where Thomas Barnwell is a cast member on the show Oz?
Yeah, he just gets along with everybody.
Yeah. I think Improvised Oz is a show that Alex you need. Yeah, This is going to be the only fully endorsed men's only improv show.
Can I play B. Arthur in that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can play Brie Arthur.
Yeah.
Jason's gonna be Christopher Maloney.
Oh, Christopher Maloney, the sociopathic bisexual murderer. Yeah. He looks a little bit more like Tobias Beecher to me, though.
Who's Tobias Beecher?
Tobias Beecher was imprisoned for drunk driving and then hitting a little girl on his bike.
Oh,
Where
no.
he becomes Chris Maloney, aka it's Beecher and what was Chris Maloney's character? His name is also Chris. I can't remember, but they become lovers.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's hot.
Yeah, that's what Oz is known for. It's
yeah.
Yeah. But Oz was always
Hot
on like
relationship.
Showcase Without Borders.
Oh, I
That's
was
right.
watching that show at far too young. I was watching it when it was airing in the late
Yeah.
90s.
They played anything
were
on
all
Showcase
waiting-
post 10 p.m.
Yeah, because
Oh, yeah.
we were all waiting to watch Red Shoe
Yeah.
Diaries.
Oh yeah.
There we go,
Hubba,
coming into
hubba.
the chat. Chris Keller. So I think Jason would be Beecher. I don't know who Keller would be.
Who's Keller?
I never watched Oz.
I think that Dave's character would be a member of maybe the Aryan biker gang.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
And so I just wouldn't be on the show.
As a
because
Jew, that
no
makes
women.
sense. Yeah.
No, there were maybe Alex, you could, because there were some. Edie Falco played a prison guard on that
That's
show.
right.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was also another prison guard, Howell, who made prisoners have sex with her.
Holy shit! I'm gonna be her.
So cool.
Yeah, that's
Anyways,
awesome.
what fictional place would you like to go to? Now Thomas Barnwell says Oz, but not the prison. I'm gonna just say that he has selected Oz.
Okay, that's hard. There's so many. Titanic was real.
What about like the Star Wars universe?
Look, that's a universe,
Ew.
right? There's a lot of like make-believe planets there.
And I'd be a Jedi.
Oh my god. I want to. No, I don't though. I was gonna say I want to go to like the Moulin Rouge, but like the movie version.
Mm-hmm.
Then I
Hey.
just thought how like dirty and like STD filled that.
All right.
Hey, what about a universe where the Habs win the cup?
That universe has existed.
I mean,
Oh, okay, here we go.
this year. How about this year, huh?
Now
This
you've
year, no.
insulted
This
James.
year will not. But last time I checked, they were handily destroying the Toronto Maple Leafs. Tonight, this is our Stanley Cup. So yeah, this shockingly is our most difficult question.
What about like Arlen, Texas?
Okay, so
King
you
of-
want to be in King of the Hill.
Yeah, I want to be King of the Hill.
So you want to be Hank Hill.
I do, yeah.
Dave has selected the
Boomhauer.
Star Wars universe,
I'm Boomhauer.
and Jason has selected the McDonald's world.
James is Bobby.
No, James is Dale.
Oh wait, I have to be Dale. Well, guys, I feel like we've answered all the questions tonight.
Wait, you didn't answer that one.
Yeah, what-
I know. I was trying to get out of it because I
Yeah,
couldn't pick a good
well.
one either.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay,
you-
What is it,
fictional-
James?
What about,
Fictional. Because when we think about fictional world, it's often TV shows that are like, if you pick like, oh, I want to be in the Cheers world, but Cheers exists.
I've been there.
It's in a real
Does
city.
it? There's a place where everybody knows your name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's called
absolutely.
Montreal Improv. Look
Called
it up.
Montreal Improv.
A
Okay,
lot of drunks there too.
And I'm like a drunk mailman.
maybe I'll go with maybe the Bob's Burger universe.
That would. That's my dream.
Because I feel like Bob's Burger. I don't think it's ever been said, but I believe it's set maybe in the Bay Area. Because they've got a pier.
No,
Never
come
seen it.
on.
Bob's
People are
Burgers is
poor.
great.
They're not affording the
Yeah, Gotham City.
Gotham City. Yeah, I want to go.
Sometimes they have snow. Now,
Because I love the
okay.
Joker.
here we go. This is from Google. It's
Why so
semi-Springfield.
serious?
It can't be San Francisco,
No.
which is what many people. So I was correct in that. It has all that Victorian architecture from San Francisco, but we set it firmly in the Northeast because Linda sounds and Teddy sounds kind of northeastish. Yeah, I'm gonna. That's off the top of my brain. I'm gonna go
Bob's
with.
Burgers.
I'm gonna go with the
So many now that I'm thinking of.
yeah.
Like I want to go to Twin Peaks.
Or what about the old lady resort in the Golden Girls?
The old lady resort. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
where they all live. Like where do they like? Are
Oh.
But it's like kind of a Boca Raton.
What about Hawaii
true.
from
That's
Hawaii
Miami.
5-0?
It's not. That's not fictional though.
The one in
Now
Hawaii
we're just
5-0
going. We're
is.
going. Now we've changed the answer to we're going.
Survivor.
We're going to TV shows. That's essentially where we're going.
I want to go
It's
to the
true.
Lost Island.
I want to go to
I'm surprised you didn't pick Epstein's Island.
I wanna
That's
go to
not
the
fictional,
Sopranos.
James.
Oh, you're right. Correct. Guys, we've done it tonight. This is our show. Dave and Alex, any final thoughts before we call it an evening?
This was fun. Let's.
Spend time with your family and friends, everybody.
Yeah, because you never know. You never know what's going to happen,
Yeah.
right? You never know what's going to happen.
Right.
Well, look,
It doesn't matter.
We're going to
We're
sign
all-
off together. I want to let everyone know we'll be back on Wednesday. Andy Asaf is here. I want to thank Jason Grimmer for the Bargain Bin record collection. For Alex Brown, for Dave Kaufman, I'm James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and of course, be well.
Let me just find this song here before... and there we go.
See?
There we go.
Turn it up a little bit because...